Welcome to Tales Across Worlds, where stories come alive. Today, we journey to Russia to meet Baba Yaga, the fearsome witch.
In a small merchant's house in old Russia, a young girl named Vasilisa sat beside her dying mother's bed. The woman's breath came shallow and weak. She reached beneath her pillow and pulled out a small wooden doll, no bigger than a child's hand.
Vasilisa, my daughter, keep this with you always. When trouble finds you, give her a little food and ask for her help. She will guide you. Tell no one about her. This is my blessing to you.
The mother's eyes closed for the last time. Vasilisa was only 8 years old. Time passed, and Vasilisa's father remarried. The new wife brought 2 daughters of her own, and from the moment they entered the house, kindness left with them. The stepmother saw Vasilisa's beauty and gentle nature, and it filled her with bitter jealousy. She gave the girl endless tasks: fetch water from the distant well, scrub every floor, weed the entire garden, spin wool until her fingers bled. But each night, Vasilisa would lock herself away, give the doll a crust of bread and whisper, "Little doll, help me," and the doll would come alive. By morning, every impossible task was complete. The harder Vasilisa worked, the more beautiful she became, while her stepsisters grew uglier with their cruelty. One autumn day, Vasilisa's father left on a long journey. The stepmother seized her chance. She moved the family to a house at the very edge of a dense, ancient forest. And in that forest lived Baba Yaga. The stories of Baba Yaga were whispered in terror. She was a witch who flew through the air in a giant mortar, rowing with a pestle, sweeping away her tracks with a broom. Her hut stood on enormous chicken legs. Her fence was made of human bones, crowned with grinning skulls, whose eyes glowed in the darkness. She ate people like others ate bread. One cold evening, the stepmother gathered the 3 girls to work by candlelight. She gave them each a task, and then, as if by accident, let the single candle flicker and die.
"Oh no, we have no light. Someone must go to Baba Yaga and ask for fire."
"Not I. My lace needles shine bright enough."
Not I. My knitting needles give me light. They both turned to Vasilisa with cruel smiles. You must go. Vasilisa stepped into the forest, her heart pounding. She held the doll close and whispered, "Little doll, they're sending me to Baba Yaga. She eats people." "Don't be afraid. While I am with you, no harm will come." Vasilisa walked deeper into the woods. Suddenly, a horseman thundered past. He was dressed entirely in white, riding a white horse with white reins. As he vanished into the trees, the first light of dawn crept across the sky. She walked on. Another horseman appeared, dressed in brilliant red, on a red horse with red reins. As he galloped by, the sun burst over the horizon. Hours passed. As darkness fell, a 3rd horseman emerged from the shadows. He was dressed in black, on a black horse with black reins. The moment he passed, night descended like a curtain, and the forest became pitch dark. Then Vasilisa saw it. A fence rose before her, woven entirely from human bones. Leg bones formed the posts, arm bones served as the crossbeams. The gate was fashioned from bones shaped into jaws.
and atop each post sat a skull. As the black horseman vanished, the eyes of the skulls began to glow with an eerie light, illuminating the clearing as bright as day. In the center stood a hut, slowly turning on two massive chicken legs. Vasilisa's voice shook, but she remembered her mother's words.
Little hut, turn your back to the forest and your front to me.
The hut creaked and groaned, spinning around until its door faced her.
The earth began to tremble. Trees groaned and bent. A terrible wind howled through the clearing. Baba Yaga came flying through the air in her mortar, pushing herself forward with the pestle, sweeping her tracks away with a broom made of silver birch. She landed with a crash that shook the ground. She was ancient and terrible. Her legs were thin as bones. Her nose was long and hooked like iron. Her teeth were made of iron too, gleaming and sharp. She sniffed the air with her long nose.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell Russian blood. Who dares come to my home?
Vasilisa stepped forward, trembling but brave.
I am Vasilisa, grandmother. My stepmother sent me to ask for fire.
So, you want fire, do you? Very well. But nothing in this world is free. You will stay and work for me. If you complete my tasks, I will give you fire. If you fail, I will eat you up.
Baba Yaga led Vasilisa inside. The hut was larger within than it appeared without. 3 pairs of disembodied hands floated through the air, serving Baba Yaga a feast. Whole roasted chickens, pots of stew, jugs of kvass. The witch ate until nothing remained but bones. She tossed Vasilisa a crust of bread.
Tomorrow you will clean this entire house, wash all my clothes, cook my supper, and go to my barn. There you will find a huge pile of wheat mixed with poppy seeds. Separate every single seed from every single grain. If even one seed remains with the wheat, I will grind your bones to make my bread.
She lay down and was instantly snoring, her iron nose rattling against the ceiling. Vasilisa pulled out her doll and fed it the crust of bread.
Little doll, these tasks are impossible.
Sleep. Morning is wiser than evening.
When Vasilisa woke, she found the house spotless, the clothes washed and dried, supper cooking on the stove, and in the barn 2 perfect piles, wheat in one, poppy seeds in another. Baba Yaga returned at dusk, inspected everything, and could find no fault. She was furious. Tomorrow, do the same, but also go to the field and remove every bit of dirt from the grain stored there. Every single bit. Again, with the doll's help, Vasilisa completed the impossible task. That evening, as Baba Yaga ate her supper, the witch studied the girl with her ancient, cunning eyes.
You have questions, child. Ask them.
Vasilisa hesitated, then spoke.
Grandmother, as I walked through the forest, I saw a white horseman. Who was he?
That was my bright dawn.
And the red horseman?
My red sun.
And the black horseman?
My dark night. They are my faithful servants. You may ask one more question. but choose carefully. Too much knowledge can be dangerous. Vasilisa thought of the floating hands, of all the strange magic she had seen, but she remembered her mother's warning. Tell no one about the doll.
I have no more questions, Grandmother.
Wise child, you are fortunate. If you had asked about my servants here in the house, I would have eaten you on the spot. Those who seek to know too much never leave my forest alive.
Then the witch's eyes narrowed.
But I may ask questions too. How did you complete these impossible tasks?
Vasilisa's heart raced.
My mother's blessing helps me.
Baba Yaga recoiled as if struck.
A blessing? Get out. I want no blessed ones in my house. Take your fire and go.
Baba Yaga seized one of the skulls from her fence. Its eyes blazed with fire. She thrust it at Vasilisa on the end of a stick.
Here is your fire. Now go before I change my mind.
Vasilisa ran. Behind her, she heard the gate of bones slam shut. The skull's eyes burned bright, lighting her path through the dark forest. All night she ran, and the skull's fiery gaze never dimmed. As dawn broke, she finally saw her house. Her stepmother and stepsisters rushed to the door.
Thank heavens, since you left we couldn't light any fire. Everything we tried failed.
Vasilisa brought the skull inside. Its burning eyes turned towards the stepmother and her daughters. They tried to run, but the fire followed. By morning, nothing remained of them but ash. The skull had burned away all their cruelty. Vasilisa buried the skull in the garden and went to the nearest town. In the town, an old woman gave Vasilisa shelter. To thank her, Vasilisa took some flax and began to spin. The thread she spun was finer than human hair, like rays of moonlight. She wove it into cloth so beautiful it seemed to glow from within.
Grandmother, this cloth is too fine to sell. Please take it to the Tsar as a gift.
The old woman brought the cloth to the palace. When the Tsar saw it, he was amazed.
This is the finest cloth in all Russia. But who can sew it into royal shirts? Such cloth requires a master's touch.
The girl who made it could sew it. So Vasilisa came to the palace. When she and the Tsar met, they recognized in each other something true and kind. She sewed the shirts with such skill that each stitch seemed to sing. The Tsar, captivated by her grace, her wisdom, and her gentle heart, asked her to become his wife. And somewhere deep in a pocket of her wedding dress, the little wooden doll smiled. And so Vasilisa the Beautiful, who had faced the terrible Baba Yaga and survived through courage, kindness, and her mother's blessing, became Tsarina of all Russia. But she never forgot the lessons of the dark forest, that magic can be found in the smallest of places, that a mother's love endures beyond death, and that sometimes the most fearsome trials lead us to our greatest destiny.
And so, through courage and a mother's blessing, Vasilisa found her destiny. But across the seas, in the land of Korea, another tale awaits. A story of two brothers, one kind, one cruel. A tale where a single act of mercy changes everything.
Not all treasures are found in palaces. Sometimes magic hides in the smallest kindness. Coming next, Hungbu and Nolbu.